Apologies for the insect noises in the background.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm really good. I'm hot, but other than that, I'm very good. You getting ready to do a run or a hike or something?
Oh, just hike.
Okay. Do you want to do an interview before you do it?
I guess so.
Okay, thanks. I'll tell you what it's all about first.
Okay.
You can decide if you want to do it or not. You want to get
Okay.
in the shade?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Anthony, and hi. And I start chats with strangers. I time it for 5 minutes, so I'm not taking like all your time.
Okay.
I'm not with the trail at all, but I've been doing this for like 5 years.
Okay.
And it's kind of interesting because the person that I'm talking to, I encourage them to select a belief that they've constructed with their mind that they think is true.
Okay.
There's really no right or wrong answer, and the more honest you can be, the better. And so once we've identified something that you think is true, I ask questions to determine the reliability of the method that you used to be so sure that it's true. So a lot of people pick fun topics like, well, they pick politics, or they want to discuss an addiction that they have, or they think karma's real, or they've seen a ghost, or they believe in a god, like they pray to a god or something. And I ask questions.
Okay.
And it's pretty fascinating how it plays out sometimes.
Is it for research or
It's not, there's
personal,
it's kind of a mixture, although I try to caution people from drawing too many conclusions from my work. Because I'm just like one person talking to one person, you know. This is not scientific in any means, by any means. Typically, when it's a deeply held belief that changes how you behave. For example, you find yourself dressing different or partaking in activities that you normally wouldn't if you didn't think that that thing was true. Like stepping over a crack because you think you might break your arm's back or something. Kind of like that, but
okay.
maybe more serious. Is there some sort of belief you want to unpack?
I mean, I guess I kind of subscribe to the whole maybe karma thing that, you know.
Mm-hmm. We can unpack karma.
If you put out bad, you'll get bad back sometimes, and
yeah.
If you try to do good and
okay.
Treat people the way you want to be treated, that you'll get that back.
Sure. That's a common belief.
I guess I don't have, I don't know, I don't think I'm super firm on that, because a lot of times bad people excel, and
Yeah. Can I get your first name?
Krista, Krista.
Krista. My name is Anthony.
Hi.
It's a real pleasure to meet you.
You too. I have sunblock hands.
I've got it all over my face and neck and my
breath. Can I have one of your Tic Tacs?
Of course. Help yourself.
Thanks.
It's got a little magnet on the back.
Oh, cool.
Do you mind if I record this?
I guess not. Is it not going to be like? Is it going to be like on social media or?
Sometimes I do put them there, but I won't do anything without your permission at the end.
Okay.
So at the end of the talk, if I remember, and I will really try to remember, but I will ask you.
Okay.
And I'll give you a card at the end too.
Okay.
So even if you say, sure, Anthony, go ahead.
Okay.
And you change your mind tomorrow, you can just message me.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. That's the first time I think someone's actually asked for the candy that I have here. I use it for a different reason.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine. They're completely edible.
What do you use it for?
I usually end up eating them, honestly. Oh. You know what I use them for? It's kind of cool. It helps to get a sense of how people value the word truth. And you wouldn't think that you can even do something like that with a box of candies. But if I were to ask you if there is either an even number or an odd number of candies, would you agree to that question? Total number of candies. If we were to count them up and we came up with a number, would you agree that that number has to either be an odd number or an even number?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I guessed odd and you guessed even, and we added them up, and it was like 42, then you would be correct, and I would be mistaken. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I use them for.
Okay.
Believe it or not, some people have said, no, Anthony, there can both be an odd and an even number of total candies in there. Because it's true for me.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, how does that work exactly? Okay, so we can shift gears a little bit back to the topic at hand. Oops. I really appreciate you stopping, by the way. I know this is kind of weird. All right, so you mentioned karma, but you also mentioned that you're not entirely confident that it's true. Because you see things happening, good things happening to maybe shitty people.
Yeah.
Right. All right. And I see that too. Like, that guy's a real jerk, but he's driving around a really nice car.
Right.
Okay. I think I have a clear understanding of what you think karma is. But I want to get a sense of your confidence that it's true. 0 to 100. Where 100% would be, there's no doubt in my mind. I have no question. I'm absolutely sure karma is real. And 0 would be the opposite of that. Like, all I have is questions. It's doubt. I don't think karma is real at all.
Maybe 70.
Okay. That's still a pretty high number.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. What's keeping you from moving all the way to the 100?
I guess that, like you said, that maybe you still see people who are treating other people bad and doing things that are wrong, and they're successful, and they get successful by stepping on other people and things like that. So
yeah,
I guess that's why I don't think it's 100% true. I guess there's I don't know. I guess I don't really think that much about it.
And then what's keeping you at a high degree of confidence, like a 70? Why aren't you at a 5?
I thought about saying that at first, 50%, but
I was talking 5, like 5 out of 100. But you actually considered going to the halfway mark on your certainty. Is that right?
Yeah.
But then you gave me a fairly high number, 70.
I guess because I also see the opposite, and I see a lot of good. There's still a lot of good happening in the world, and a lot of good people who good stuff is happening for them, even though there's lots of evil.
Ah.
So.
Okay.
And
okay.
I
Are you seeing more examples of that, which is why you're higher?
Yeah, like maybe personal examples.
Okay.
Direct and closer to my life and people I know and friends, but then...
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe unsure about a lot of things and still learning and experiencing the world and, growing and still getting an education at my older age, and so I don't know, I question a lot of the stuff, I think.
That's what I love about this approach, is that sometimes people never really think about the beliefs that they've formed.
Right.
And just asking a few questions can incentivize a person to do that. It's really kind of interesting how they will take a little time to do that. Okay. Is there... Earlier on, I was like, pick a belief that motivates you to do different things. So, do you find yourself doing nice things to people because you think that you'll be karmically rewarded?
Yes.
Okay.
And yes.
Okay.
Instead of, stealing and things like that, you think twice about it because you're like, well, if I do that, then... Because in the past I have. I mean, I've made mistakes and done bad things or taken something that wasn't mine, and the thing will usually break or something like that. And so... And
then you make that connection and you're
like, that because I stole it, that's why it broke.
Do you have an example, like glasses or something? Like, if you were to have stolen those sunglasses, which are really... I like them, by the way.
Oh, they're cheap.
Sometimes the cheapest ones are the nicest ones. Well, let's say that you stole them, and, I don't know, you were taking them off 2 days later, and one of the arms broke off. would you draw the connection and be like, what would go through your mind?
Usually I would be like, oh, these broke because I stole them.
Mm-hmm.
And I obtained them, in a way that was wrong. And
Okay.
so that's why they broke.
And then when we reflect on that incident, I know it didn't actually happen, but you've experienced other things similar to it. When we reflect on that incident, how are you being 70% confident that karma's punishing you?
I don't know. I guess I don't think about it that much. That how... I'm not really sure.
Is it possible that there's some completely different explanation other than karma?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible that that alternate explanation, is more likely than karma?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not really. I guess I'm not really sure, and I'm not like set, and this is karma is for sure gonna happen, and I'm not real confident in my, or like you said, I don't know. I don't know if I think that much about my beliefs and what, values and say, these are my values and I'm going to stick to them, and I don't know.
Last question. I'll let you go, if you don't mind. Is it possible for someone to have never been exposed to the concept of karma and still be a good person and find meaning in life and deal with broken sunglasses that they may have stolen and not attribute it to some sort of cosmic justice?
Yeah, I think that's possible.
Okay. So if other people can do it, why do you think that you need to have karma as an explanation?
I don't know. It's something that I guess is easier to understand.
Okay.
Than something else.
Is it an easier... Sorry.
It's okay.
Is it easier to understand, or is it an easier explanation, or some other thing?
Maybe an easier explanation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me give you a card.
Okay.
I have it somewhere. And thank you very much for your time.
Sure.
That's my card.
Okay.
It has my email on it. And I'll get a lot of emails from people that I talk to.
Okay.
And sometimes it's within a 24-hour period of time, but other times it's a year and a half later. And they're like, Anthony, I was thinking about the talk, and I've actually revised my confidence level on this belief. Like, now I'm more confident, or I'm less confident, or I haven't changed at all. Or they want to clarify the meaning of a word or something. Okay. Or this has happened too, where they say, I don't believe in that thing anymore, and I love that talk, and I want to talk about some other belief now. Like, can we move on to my belief that prayer works or something? Okay. And I just ask her the same questions.
Okay.
And I'm remembering here, how comfortable are you with the talk, and would you be okay if I used it? I could always blur your face if you're uncomfortable with it, or just use audio.
Yeah, I guess just use audio is fine.
Okay. You're pretty covered up anyways, honestly, with your hat and sunglasses.
Okay.
Can I blur your face, or you want to just do audio only?
Is it for, like, social media?
Maybe. Yeah, I do have a YouTube
I guess
channel.
It's fine. I don't care. Like, whatever.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Very, very much. And if you change your mind, let me know.
Okay.
Thanks, Krista.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm so curious as to what you're doing here. I saw you
Hey, what's
videoing
up?
people.
Yeah. I'm Anthony, by the way.
Ben.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, I have a hobby where I interview strangers for 5 minutes.